You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports 2. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, like, comment, tell us what you think about this. Although I'm pretty sure, based on our subscriber base, we got a pretty good idea of what you think about this. Let's just say that when the media starts banging the drum like this and starts demanding that you celebrate Brittney Griner, well, I'm sorry, but Black and White Sports' memo got lost in the mail. We're not buying in. We're not going to do that. We have somebody that they themselves self-admittedly brought in something that was illegal into a foreign country. She got popped. She went to jail. We left a Marine, Paul Whelan, over in Russia in order to get a damn basketball player back, and now we're supposed to celebrate her arrival back to her failing league? You got to be shitting me. It's not going to happen. So, we got Yahoo Sports. That's right, the mainstream media. They're telling you it is important that Brittney Griner is back. And it is a moment to celebrate and appreciate. Okay. Where's my vomit bag when I need one? Let's get to this. Top of mind is taking on a different meaning, is it? Last May, as the 2022 NBA season tipped off, it was to keep Brittney Griner paramount while she remained wrongfully detained in Russia. Was she wrongfully detained? Okay. And awaiting trial. Look, that's what the Biden administration decided to label her as. Because if they didn't label her wrongfully detained, they didn't have a leg to stand on to try to get her back. All right, so make no mistake, that wrongfully detained shit was a political move. There were, quote, BG42 decals on every court. Oh, it became a virtue signaling fest like we never seen before. Well, maybe we had. Black Lives Matter, yeah. A nod to the league's missing piece. It loomed like a cloud that never dissipated. Now, it's for players to be on watch for the 6'9" former MVP, ready to stuff them at the rim or nab the rebound. The number 42 is mobile for the Mercury again, making the league whole as its 27th season tips off on Friday. Subsidized by the NBA, or it wouldn't be around anymore. More than the super teams or the free agency movement or the star rookies, Griner's return to the court after 10 months in a Russian prison is the story of the 2023 NBA season. Her smile in workouts and media availabilities have overtaken any lingering clouds. Have they? Once again, my memo got lost in the mail. It's a moment that's those closest to the situation aren't taking for granted, nor should anyone else. Okay. God, I find that laughable. Nor should anyone else. Mercury head coach Vanessa Nygaard, who was hired a month before Griner was arrested at a Moscow airport, called it a, quote, absolute miracle. Oh, to see Griner introduced to the Mercury fans called the X Factor at the Footprint Center ahead of a preseason game on Saturday. By the way, I did a video over on the big channel about the fact that not a lot of people showed up for that game. There were entire sections that were empty. She and assistant Nikki Blue had chills. She said, "It's a feeling certain to happen around the league as Phoenix travels to different arenas this season. The pregame interactions, such as she had a first-year Los Angeles Sparks head coach Kurt Miller and Chiney and Nikki Omumike, I don't know if that's right or not, don't care, will all hold more significance, even if Griner, as she is apt to do, torches said team after those greetings. Quote, it is so good to have her back in the league, Miller said after the Sparks' 90-71 preseason win. She's so talented. It doesn't look like she missed a beat. Well, when you're the size of a man in a women's league, you sure as fuck should dominate it. Just pointing that out. She can have a heck of a year. She is so talented. So happy for Phoenix, for the fans of the WNBA, for all of us. Brittney Griner is so important for the WNBA and women's basketball. It is great to have her back in our league and on the court. There she is, doing her best Ben Simmons. It was 3 days before tip-off last May that the U.S. government declared Griner wrongfully detained by the Russian government. It enabled the White House to actively seek to negotiate her return. Told you. Rather than leave it to the Russian legal system, Griner was arrested February 2022 in an airport near Moscow when returning to her UMMC at Kingenberg team out of the international break. She was one of the WNBA stars who played at the powerhouse over the decades. She was getting about $1 million to play over there. That same day in May, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert announced the decal on the sideline that did absolutely nothing to actually get her out. Come on, let's be real. While Mercury Executive Vice President and General Manager Jim Pittman reiterated in a statement the team was keeping her, quote, top of mind during the weekend and beyond. The Washington Mystics opened the season days later and were the first to issue a statement from the locker room in support of Griner. Know that we are watching. We are paying attention. We are BG. Natasha Cloud read from a sheet of paper. Son of a bitch. There are warm-up T-shirts, pins, and tweets around the league. The visible gear by players for Griner's return will be minimum, if seen at all, when teams tip off this weekend. But the fanfare in Los Angeles, particularly in Phoenix, where Mercury opened their home schedule against the Chicago Sky on Sunday, I cannot wait to see the ratings on that. It's expected to be high. ESPN will air both games. Oh, that's good. The cheers for Griner's first minutes since playing in the 2021 WNBA Finals were still loud, even in a largely empty home preseason game. Think about this. The mainstream media turned this into a national security fiasco. We gave up a national security threat for a basketball player. How much was that celebrated? Nobody showed up for her first appearance. Think about this now. God, that's hilarious. She said afterwards she spent time before tip-off looking around and, quote, zoned out a bit. I mean, the mainstream media even had to admit right there nobody showed up. Wow. Quote, I didn't think I would be sitting here playing basketball this quickly, Griner, 32, said. Coming back, I didn't know how it was going to go. Getting back into it, I'm not going to take a day for granted, but it was a lot to take in, all in, and it was good to get this one out of the way before we go out to L.A. My God, that's where we're going to stop because, wait a minute. She reiterated to more than 500 reporters in a news conference this spring. When she returned, her focus was on the WNBA and basketball. Let us not forget, my God, that's the longest damn article in the history of bad articles. Let's not forget, she had some kind of homecoming party, and like 20 people showed up. Oh, my God. So the media says, you must celebrate Brittney Griner's return. These are all the reasons that they demand that you celebrate Brittney Griner return to the WNBA. Wait, you still realize this is a league nobody's watching, right? That nobody cares about. That the NBA subsidizes in order to continue to breathe air. I mean, Brittney Griner made her triumphant return. Nobody showed up. I mean, what else can you say? Brittney Griner's back. You know what? More people were interested in the fact that it was poetic justice that Brittney Griner was locked up in another country after she disrespected this country. And we wondered, would her tune change about things like the national anthem she had previously protested? She stood for the anthem this time. Good, you should. There are other Americans rotting away in Russia right now. One of them's a teacher. The other one's ex-law enforcement. A Marine. Wow. But she checked all the boxes that people that vote for Biden all want. She's lesbian. She's black. My God. Oh, my God. Woman. Oh. Alphabet community. Can we check any more boxes than that? I mean, it was the trifecta of boxes to check to try to justify the kitchen sink for this woman. Is a woman, right? Oh, I said that out loud too. God, dog. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.